Okay. Trying something a little different. And I'm just going to make sure it's working. So from my channel on the YouTubes, this should be streaming live. Maybe. I would hope. Does not say I'm streaming. Maybe. It's not streaming in Twitch. Mixer sources. I don't know where I'm streaming. Stream. It says YouTube. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's on YouTube. What's the delay like? Man, it's still a delay.
You know what else is a delay?
Your food.
In my fucking belly.
You're not helping. Do I have a delay in the audio bitrate, audio, advanced, stream delay? Nope. Well, it shouldn't be delayed. But it is delayed. Okay. I'm going to do the clock thing again. Start that timer. Yep. Nope. I put it on the burner. Yeah, 30-second delay.
Can you...
Can't.
I was like,
Oh, shit.
nothing happened.
Nope, nothing has to... Maybe. Alright, well, fuck it. I guess we're going 30-second delay. Because laptops? I don't know. Put it. Yeah, 30-second delay. This is going with 32. Get out of here.
Why are you so hyper?
Okay, potential or current viewers.
Is it too loud?
It will be too loud. Go watch in the bedroom. My name's Dan, and this is sort of the first live video I'm doing on this channel, which, if you followed me before, you realize that I've actually been doing gaming videos for a while. Well, this started as a just a Facebook Live thing I used to do because my wife started us on the HelloFresh boxes that you may be familiar with, and I thought they were kind of good, and I had a laptop that wasn't doing anything while I cooked, so I said, you know what, I'm going to do Facebook Lives for my friends and do it that way. Well, I've tried something different, so I'm pumping it out to my YouTube channel that I have set up for game streaming, which I haven't kept up with. So that's this. I'm going to type into Facebook right now to check out this stream. So maybe I can get some of my Facebook friends to follow this. And I will change that in a moment. I don't quite there. Share.
Ow!
All right, so let's see how this works out. So the contrast is a little high, but unfortunately that's the way we got to do with the lighting in the kitchen. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I've done this a few times. I will try and maintain a moderate degree of explanation. If you're not familiar with these food boxes, they're pretty straightforward. You subscribe to them, and you pick a couple options that you want to receive. Interesting. Including a handful of recipes. There's a number of them out there. I've endeavored to try a handful. So we've tried the good food. If you want to see some of those, say so in chat, and I will upload them from my Twitch channel to the YouTube page. This one happens to be coming from Good Food, and it shows up in an insulated box. Takes what, 3 days shipping? 2-3 days shipping?
It's like overnight.
Overnight? Oh wow, there you go. So overnight delivery with ice packs in an insulated container, and what you get with Good Food, I'm assuming we've paid to have. We picked a couple. You picked a couple.
Yeah.
So she's picked a couple. Tonight we are cooking the Souvlaki Spiced Chicken Thighs over green bean salad over orzo. Blech. That's a mouthful. No pun intended. Small pun intended. The other ones that we got in the box, because they come 4 to a box, we got ricotta stuffed conchigili. Okay, they come on a nice recipe card. Hoisin glazed pork chops, and beef and shiitake burgers. They all sound pretty good. Looking forward to trying all of them, and if I feel ambitious enough, I will probably stream the other 3. So, moving forward, what you get in the Good Food box. The ingredients per recipe do come in a plastic recyclable bag. If there is protein or anything that needs to be kept separately, they come packaged separately. In this, we have chicken souvlaki spice blend. We have green beans. It's interesting to point out they do come in a sealed in a bag, but it's got the holes in it so they can breathe and don't go all funky on us. So that's kind of neat. I expected a serrated edge, but there isn't. We have got, this looks like tzatziki sauce. We've got some in the fridge. We're going to use a little more because tzatziki is awesome. In a container, red wine vinegar, 2 tomatoes. It doesn't say what kind. Based on my limited cooking knowledge, these look like plum tomatoes. The nice thing, a lot of this stuff comes from. A lot of this stuff you can get from your grocery store, presumably all of it. We've got orzo, whatever orzo is. I don't know. It's a thing. Shallot, which is kind of like an onion, but not an onion, but really it's an onion. The most pitiful cucumber I have ever seen. That's just embarrassing. Get out! No dogs. And some olives, black olives, which I love olives. Good on us. Still nobody watching. Okay, so go lay down. No dogs cooking. All right, so it goes into a little bit of detail on the recipe card. Cooking time should take us about 25 minutes. Serves 2 or 4. Presumably that's one of the options is to pick a meal for 2 or a meal for 4. We are 2, so we order 2. And then how many calories per serving? And this is a 900 calorie serving. On the back, so I'm going to show that right up to the camera. There is the recipe card. And on the back is how to cook it. So these are great if you're moderately competent in the kitchen. I like to think I can cook, but I also like following recipes. So that's what I like to do. We don't make a habit of ordering this. This is kind of like a treat instead of eating out. So that's what we use it for. Babe, your water's ready. So moving right along, I'm going to open up some of these packages, which I'm sure they're about to tell me to open the chicken and pat it dry and start cooking. Not even close. In a medium pot. I have a monstrous pot. Oh, let's check in here. Yeah, it's huge. It's big. Yeah, the other pot's big. So, in a medium pot. See that? Yeah, you can. Boil 1 cup of water. Seems like how much? Off to a great start. It says bring a medium pot of water to a boil and add salt. I don't know where the pot's got moved to. There is a better medium pot. Okay, so of salt. Salted water coming to a boil. We are going to reserve 1 cup. Salted water. Then we're going to keep 1 cup back. So I will get the 1 cup measuring cup. That is that fell. That definitely fell. Done. Love it. Add the orzo and cook. For 10 to 14 minutes. Thoroughly drain the orzo. Okay, so yeah, that's why we're reserving a cup of water because we're going to dump the rest. Toss with a drizzle of oil to prevent sticking after you drain it. So we will get that prepped somewhere. Then we're going to start the chicken while I'm cooking the orzo. Where did my pan go? In a large pan, a drizzle of oil, olive oil right here. We're going to open the chicken up. Now, one thing I've noticed while I do these, over the, I don't know, it's probably been close to a year that I have, it always says to pat the chicken dry. I don't know why. Maybe it's to keep the water off it while keep the water off it to prevent spitting while it cooks in the oil. I'm going to work on that assumption until I find out otherwise. I don't plan on looking, so I'm working on that assumption. If somebody happens to tell me, great. Here. Funny enough, the box we had last week also had chicken thighs, and it's the same process. They do that, we do this. So as we're doing that, we have to learn French. Step 3 on this wonderful adventure says mise en place. While the chicken cooks, trim off and discard the stem ends of the green beans, medium diced cucumber, and tomatoes combined in a bowl. Thinly slice the olives lengthwise, peel and thinly slice the shallot. So roughly translated, chop the vegetables. We're going to put the splatter guard on the, did you get your hot chocolate? Okay. Place the splatter guard on the chicken. Not that it's supposed to spit because we patted it dry. What's there to spit? We'll put the bag over there, which is where I'm going to put the rest of the bags. Grab a cutting board. Vegetables. Beans. So we're going to chop the beans. Taste them. Now I don't know what it's called, but as I'm going to do the shallot. No, I'll do the shallots last. So what it wants me to do with the shallots is, as I've sliced them, put them in a separate bowl, add the cup of water that I will be reserving from the orzo, and they're going to soak in that to do something. In the meantime, I'm going to get a little bowl to put the veggie stems in, because there's no reason we can't give that to the dogs. So, we're going to do that. Just chop the beans. Wait for that water to come to a boil. It's starting to steam, so that's a good start. I don't know what I'm doing with these. They can go. The beans are going to go in the frying pan, so we're keeping all. I'm going to be keeping all this separate. Good beans in that one. Bean bits in that one. You're not getting beans yet. Dogs. So the beans are going to get fried in the same pan that I am cooking the chicken in. And that'll be that. You can kind of see his back on the stream. Back in that corner. Dog. As he sneaks by. Because he hears chopping. Now, I should point out to anybody that has not watched this before, which is going to be anybody on YouTube and maybe the handful of people that are going to watch via Facebook. I am not a chef. I am a reasonably skilled home cook. Certainly nothing that's going to end up on Hell's Kitchen or, Food Channel's Greatest Home Cooks of Vancouver Island, BC. That's a show, right? She just gave me a look. This is not a show. A funny look. An amused look. So, I guess that's not really a show. Who knew? So we've got these. I hear the chicken is going quite well. It's starting to smell really nice. Damn it, I did what I did last time. I forgot to season the chicken before I put it in the pan. That's okay. What? What we're going to do is I'm just going to do this right now. I'm supposed to use half the spice blend with salt and pepper. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit over top. And it's about time to flip them anyway. Put that there. Find the tongs. That's the potato masher. Water has come to a boil. So, we do this. Grab a cup. Ish. orzo goes in. Recycle is important. 12-minute timer. Check to see if I need to reduce the heat after boiling. I do not. Still no viewers. Sad face. So if you are checking this out afterwards, please make a comment, because I have got no inspiration to do this if nobody's watching. I know on Facebook I did have a couple key followers, and I hope they check it out. You know who you are. I wish Facebook didn't have this 25-second delay. That's ridiculous. But I think that's more of a network connection or some kind of settings. And since I wasn't able to find any kind of settings option on Facebook Live interface, and I wasn't about to set up to stream via Streamlabs, yeah, OBS, then yeah, I wasn't about to do that right then. Okay, so that's the beans. Let's go give this to the dogs. Beans for dogs. Moving on with that, we will do the shallots. Shallot? Yeah, shallot. Shallot? Don't feed onions to dogs. And if you do feed onions to dogs, you're either lucky or dumb. Probably lucky if you're still feeding them to dogs. In a small heat-proof bowl. Yeah, that works. Combine the shallots. Nope, that's thinly slice. Peel, halve, then thinly slice the shallot. So, the nice thing about onions is they have layers. Somebody better comment to that. Did you say it? Yeah, she said it. Uh-oh. I don't know what she said. She went up the hallway. Go on out.
I think he ate her in her underwear.
Okay, probably. Close the door.
A pink pair.
A what?
A pink pair. It was closed.
Pardon?
But it was closed, but I left it. Did you leave it open when you got home?
For the who what?
Did you leave it open when you got home? And he's been out?
Maybe. And thinly slice the shallot. She thinks that maybe the dog needs a pair of underwear. He does this. He's a bad dog that way. Alright, so that is one of the shallots. Now the nice thing about shallots, and I'm not an onion guy at all. I think there's no place in the world for onions. However, shallot is some kind of onion. It's very mild. It's not making my eyes water. That might do it.
Look at monkey.
Yeah, that did it a little. Cat's watching. Oh yeah, I never did put that. Okay, and just flipping the chicken thighs over. Then I'm going to add a little more spice on top. Set that aside. Grab a slider guard and turn that down because this will take a little longer. It always does. The orzo is cooking nicely. Then I'm going to keep thinly slicing the other shallot. It came in basically halves. So, like I said, the shallot's nice. It's not a very strong flavor or smell. Smelling it up close like that did actually affect my eyes a little. Tiny little bit. Just enough to make me realize I shouldn't have. Not enough to make me think that, I'm going to have to wash my face. So yeah, just strong enough. And the more I talk about it, the more it's starting to affect me. Might be psychological. Maybe. Also, I think watering eyes is really making it worse. Then I'm going to pour that nearly a cup of boiling salted water in with the shallots. Shallot pieces. Ooh, there might be another viewer. Okay, viewer, if you can read this, see this, hear this, there's about a 30-second delay. Please say hi in chat so I know who I'm talking to. The orzo should come up tender. I'm just going to grab a spoon. A little longer. Cool. Don't think that's going to show up in the Streamlabs chat at all. Alright, so that's going to be nearly done. I'm going to turn that burner off and just let it boil down to a pool. I need to finish chopping this. The shallots are going to sit there for 2 to 3 minutes, then drain, then add most of the vinegar, season with salt and pepper. Generally speaking, what I've found is the seasoning that comes with these recipe boxes is usually good enough. That's been the case in the HelloFresh boxes, so I expect it to be the same in the Good Food box as well. There's one. So I'm just dicing the tomato and the cucumber after I wash them because they do feel a little waxy. And you should always watch your vegetables. Because it's good food safe practice. viewer did not say hi back. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these. There, tomatoes can go in that bowl, or that 1 cup. So I am, while I sit here and do this and enjoy what I'm doing, I am going to give a little shout out to something I'm a big fan of that aren't paying me to do this, but maybe they should. My Starfrit ceramic knives. I am a very big fan of. I bought them because of the uniqueness, because ceramic, and it just turns out they're actually pretty good quality. They're sharp, they stay sharp. I don't have to sharpen them ever. I don't think I'd be able to if they did. My only beef with them is that after a couple years of ownership, the part of the handle to one of the knives actually gave up. It completely snapped. Yeah, I think we threw it out. Yeah. So, like I said, actually really good quality. Very happy with the product. They come in all different sizes. I'm just using the small paring knife right now, which I think if you're a proper chef, I mean, A, you're not going to use ceramic anyway, probably, but also probably won't be watching this, but if you were, you'd probably be telling me don't use a paring knife to chop vegetables. You're probably going to use more of a chef's knife, maybe? Okay, that is the 12-minute timer. I'm going to dump the orzo into my strainer.
You have to keep with that?
What?
You have to keep with the fluid?
No, I already did. That's before. And then I'm just going to let that sit and drip. Then toss a drizzle of oil. So after the pan cools down, I'm going to pour the orzo back in, throw some oil, and a quarter of the spice blend. Okay, so that's the orzo. Splash of oil. Just going to give that a stir to make sure the oil coats. So the orzo almost looks like it tastes like a pasta, looks like a grain-ish. Chicken should be good by now. I'm turning that down. My spice blend. In with the orzo. Stir that all up. And give that a nice thorough mix. I'll leave that on the back burner that is off. Tick, 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 tick. Chicken. Transfer to a plate and reserve it without leaving any. Yep. Okay, so I need to move the chicken. Grab us a couple plates, which are going to be first. I'm going to put the oven on keep warm. Bam. There's my plates. I'm going to take one of these chicken bits and cut it open to make sure it is thoroughly cooked. Looks delicious. Transfer to plate and reserve in a warm spot. Okay, it doesn't say to slice the chicken, so I'm just going to put them all in one plate. And check that one, that's a fat piece. Nope, that goes back in the pan. So I'm going to leave those in for a little bit longer. I'll worry about everything else for now. Just to be safe. Then I am dicing the cucumber. Dog. Other dog.
Your other dog took off.
Nope. Bounced off her head because she can't catch.
Right in her face.
No, crowned her. It was even worse. If you happen to be watching, well, no, this is going to YouTube, so if you want to see what dog looks like, there is a video from years ago because he decided it would be funny to bark at the sprinkler in the backyard, and that's when he was much smaller. So, tiny little Rottweiler barking at a sprinkler and eating the spray because he loves it. Looks like the tomatoes can go with the cucumber. Or cucumber. So, that can all go in there. Add half the vinegar to the shallots, which I have to do after they drain. So, using the strainer again. Okay, drain that, and then what did I say? Half? 2/3. A little more. I think that's a little more than 2/3. But give that a little stir to coat them. I want salt this time. Okay. So the shallots are going to sit in the vinegar to what they call a quick pickle. Yeah, quick pickle. Wait for the chicken to finish. Turn that back on because it wants a medium-high heat. Here's a term I don't know. In the reserve pan of fond. Heat a drizzle of oil on medium-high, then add the beans, stirring until they're beginning to soften. Add 1 tablespoon of water and the remaining spice blend. So what we're going to do, fond presumably is the bits of chicken and spice left in the pan, which it does say to keep for later. Don't bark at me. So that'll help finish the chicken cooking and get the beans going. So really. So that, add a drizzle of oil. Then beans. I'm going to use the cross-contaminate because I'm not cooking for people, I'm cooking for family.
And people.
Hmm?
And people.
Your family, not people. Okay. The orzo looks yummy. Smells delicious. The seasoning smells actually really quite good. Waiting for the beans to cook. Chicken can go in the keep warm stove. But we are on the tail end of this. So, in a large bowl, combine the remaining vinegar, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and salt and pepper to taste, which we're going to leave out. Add the beans, tomato, cucumber, and as many. Oh, I didn't do the olives yet. And then olives, which I'm going to slice right now. So I didn't need to do the olives right away. Those are actually some pretty hurting olives. Yeah, well. So what I'm going to do is just add the olives to the tomato cucumber cup. So I don't know if the microphone's picking up on it, but the beans are off and really cooking. I'm going to give them a stir in a minute. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's the olives. Beans are cooking. What did I say? 1 to 2 minutes? 1 to 2 minutes. Until they're getting soft. These are not getting soft yet. And then we're going to, in a large bowl, this is our large bowl, combine the remaining vinegar. I'll probably So I'm supposed to drain the shallots. I poured a little bit of the vinegar in because it was actually it was a little too much. Hopefully that doesn't throw it off. I can't imagine it will. I mean, we're going to eat the onions anyway, or the shallots. 3 tablespoons of oil. No, half. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half tablespoons, because that's what I had. Oh. And add this. A little smoky. And this. I'm just going to get the tzatziki now. Because tzatziki. So if you haven't tried it, I got this stuff. The Godidakis? I don't know. It's from Costco. It's in what?
None.
Yeah. It comes in a 2-pack. It's fabulous. If you like tzatziki, get that at Costco. Presumably Costco in the U.S. as well if you happen to be watching from the U.S. There's the beans. Alright. Then what? Add a tablespoon of water. Then turn that down. Add the last of the spice mix. Add a splash more water. I'm pretty sure that just all evaporated. So it did make a point to tell me to keep it all in the chicken, spicy chicken mess. So I'm just giving it a pretty abrasive scrape to get the chicken off the bottom. Dog wants out.
Again?
No, I never put him out.
Okay.
That goes out. And I'm just going to keep that low. Doesn't say to turn it off, but that's what we're going to do here. Then this mix here is going to get the beans in a minute. Actually, it's going to get the beans now.
Give me the beans.
As much as this chicken and spice and the little bit of water that didn't go with the beans in. We'll add a little bit of water so the pan doesn't have a whole bunch of stickiness in the bottom. Again, this is the oil, vinegar, veggie mix. I'm just mixing it all in now. Making sure everything gets coated in that 3 tablespoons of olive oil, which we'll see what happens. Seems like a lot of oil. A lot of oil. A lot of olive oil? Yeah. Wordplay. Put that over here. Chicken should be nice and warm in the pan in the oven. The onions are a topper, or the shallots are a garnish on top. They're going to go in after. I'm going to drain those out now. And then go back in the bowl as they were pickled. Rinse that off. Let the dog in. Oh, dog. Okay, time for plating. My plate is gonna be hot. So I'm gonna take this cutting board out of the way. I'm gonna yell to the missus right over there that time to come get your food. She gave me, I think it was a thumbs up or the OK symbol. You're not allowed to use the, oh, just held your hand up. Okay.
No burning.
Nope. No burning allowed. Nope, I'm still streaming. That's the mama.
Go away, dog. They're so hyper.
Yeah. All right, plating. What it wants on a large serving platter or 2 individual plates. Arrange the seasoned orzo. So So I'm going to keep a little aside for tomorrow's lunch. Because I can.
If I'm not hungry enough.
Unless either of us are hungry enough. But this is a large plate, so I'm not anticipating this is going to be an issue. So that looks like a good serving of orzo. I'm thinking that's actually even looks a little big. We will see. I'm just going to... It'll be a base layer, because then it says top with the green bean salad. I think I'm going to run that through the strainer just to get the last of the oil out. Why are you meowing?
I'm hungry.
Oh, you're pretending.
The animals do it.
That doesn't work. See, he's doing it now.
So that wasn't cucumber, it was zucchini.
No, it was a cucumber.
Oh.
It was the ugliest cucumber ever. And a little bit of green bean salad. A little bit of that, and the chicken. Are you having some shallots?
Yes.
Okay. Of course. Of course. A little bit of the shallots. Oh, that's mine anyway. Right. And then I'm going to grab, because it's mine, I'm going to grab the big piece of chicken, because I'm only taking one. And because this is my plate, I'm actually going to be chopping mine up, or tearing it into chunks. And then I'll set one aside, two aside, set that one aside as well. Then so is that enough orzo for you? Okay. And green bean mix. It looks a little bit of awesome. More mix?
That's
Fine. That can go there. Sprinkle of shallot on top. How many pieces of chicken? There's supposed to be 2 per.
fine.
I'm asking you how many?
2
2 per. Do you want it whole, or I pulled mine apart? Pull it apart. It's hot. And then the last half piece. She's going to get her utensils.
That is stupid for you.
And that's going to go in there. Yeah, I know.
No.
That's yours, but there's tzatziki to go on top. Boy! Tzatziki. As much as you like, because I got the other one. The other stuff?
Yeah, it just kind of tastes like.
Use the Costco stuff.
I mean, take it in your lunch tomorrow, but.
Yeah, that can be the lunch. That could be the lunch tzatziki. It's okay. It's just not as good. And a dollop of tzatziki right on top.
Is that where it's supposed to go?
I don't know. Spoon the tzatziki on top of the chicken. There you go. All right. So it looks like I have my phone plus one other viewer. I do want to say thank you for tuning in for my premiere on YouTube. If you do have any questions, comments, criticisms, threats, or bribes, please leave them in the comments below. And if I don't like them, then they're below. And find the camera, and that's what it looks like. There's the final product. So I want to say thank you for tuning in, and this is me signing off. Bon appetit.